the company. We're more than an investment management company. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms. Check out the link in the description. Get our books because they are the tools to help us build the asset column. So if you want to know exactly the 3 steps that thousands and millions of people utilize to break free from the rat race and create wealth for themselves, then you need to check out our total guide, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. Link in the description. We also have another book that is called The 10 New Rules of Money. Both of those books, I highly recommend it. Take massive action because remember, it's all about what we do with our time that we have and how we invest the time, okay? So it's important that we check out who are we talking to on a daily basis, what type of information we're consuming, what are we reading. All of this matters. Even the music that we listen to creates and influences thoughts into our mind that ultimately those thoughts bring in actions that we do and manifest results. Whether we like them or not, we are manifesting at all times. And so let's control our thoughts, begin to fill in the mindset with the ultra wealthy mindset, because there are a lot of people out there that when I ask them a few questions, I know that they don't have financial education. They don't really know the difference between an asset and liability. They don't think that good debt exists. All they think of is bad debt and they need to be debt free. Okay, so I'll tell you that right now, in order to become wealthy, you have to be okay with using debt. You have to be comfortable because you understand how money has evolved. You understand today money is created with debt. The government prints money through the Federal Reserve Bank. And the Federal Reserve Bank is not federal. It's not a reserve, right? And it's composed with different leaders that nobody knows at the end of the day. So since the Federal Reserve Banks backs the plan of printing money after 1971, August 15, that's when President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar. The reason why we did that is because we are a nation that imports more than exports. So if we're importing everything from overseas and the dollar is still attached to the gold, that means we're giving our gold away, which is a very dangerous thing to do because gold is the real money. And so the dollar is a currency, it's fake, it's fiat, it's paper money. There's nothing backing it today, and just an idea backed up by confidence. That's all it is. It's confidence that the governments and economies around the world has towards the dollar. That's what backs up the dollar. And of course, in 1974, we signed a petrodollar agreement with Saudi Arabia, basically saying that, hey, anybody that needs oil around the world will have to trade their currency, their money, into US dollars and then purchase the oil with the US dollar. So 1971, August 15, and 1974, those 2 years means a lot to the wealthy entrepreneur and a master investor because we utilize those changes into our advantage. You see, inflation is music to our ears. The more inflation we have, the lowest the interest of loans are. Therefore, we can raise capital for dirt cheap, for free, okay? So we can utilize OPM, other people's money, and other people's time to create wealth. Remember, a sound business is a system of systems, okay? So we have to understand how to build wealth the proper way in this new world of money, because today money is debt. Money is created with debt, and in fact, crypto is the new money. Everything is going digital. We're going to see less and less paper money printed, and we're going to start seeing more crypto currencies being accepted as a form of payment. So crypto is not longer just an asset that we buy and hold and sell it for a higher price. It is actually a currency today. According to the laws and the bills that have been executed in the past year, then we understand that crypto is the new money. So we actually are working on a third book. We're almost done with it. It's called How to Invest in Crypto to Build Wealth. Okay, it's going to explain what is crypto, what is Bitcoin, and how we can profit from it and how we can utilize it to take advantage. I mean, think about it. If you have hundreds of thousands of dollars saved up in the bank because you've been working very hard for the past 10, 20 years, or you have thousands of dollars, whatever you have saved up in the bank, and it's basically losing your money because inflation rises. We have to pay to have our money saved up in the bank every single month, And at the end of the year, due to inflation and whatever fees we have to pay to the bank, we actually lose the money. We're not making any money. We're not making money off the interest of the banks because of hyperinflation that we live in today. So what we have to do instead is utilize that safe capital to not only invest in our financial education, which I always recommend everyone to do on a daily basis, because to be a master investor, you have to be a student of business and investing for life. It's a daily commitment and it's a lifestyle. Okay, we breathe in business and investing. We want to talk about cash flow, about how to invest, how we're going to acquire the next asset without any money down of our own, how we're going to raise entire capital through seller financing, through loans and credit cards. Okay, so we're going to show you how to turn debt into passive income and capital gains income. Those are the two types of income that we can work to build today through investing. Passive income and capital gains income. The third type of income is what majority of people work for their entire life, which is earned or ordinary income. It's taxed at the highest bracket because it's the income of the employee. Okay, so you exchange in time for money. It's very hard to become wealthy that way because how many hours can we really work per day? Okay, without stopping. We need to sleep, we need to take a shower, we need to eat. So maybe 12 hours a day. And that's going to wear the person out eventually because there's a cap. They're going to pay you just whatever you're exchanging your time per hour, whatever that hour you're charging. Don't ever put price on our time because time is the most precious asset we'll have. It's priceless. It has no price on it, okay? There are people on the deathbed right now that they will give everything to have their health back, have one more day of living, and have more time on this earth. So think about that for a second. I want you to really begin to think of investing as a necessity and a duty that we all have in order to fulfill our purpose in life, because without excess of cash flow, we don't have any freedom in our lives. We have to work and chase money. Here at Master Investor, we teach and show everyone, and we make leaders and wealthy entrepreneurs have money chase us, have the bag chase us. We don't chase the bag. We build and acquire assets that have pipelines straight to our bank account that after all expenses are paid, all the loans are paid, we're still collecting positive cash flow while we're sleeping, okay? A true asset will make us money even when we're not there working or doing anything regarding that asset, okay? We're not supposed to be working when we successfully acquire an asset that is producing passive income and capital gains income. That asset is working hard for us, okay? So learn more about what we have to show you regarding how to make sales online, how to position yourself in the marketplace, solving other people's problems. If you have no assets on your asset column, that is okay, because now we know where we are. We can start building that asset column. We can start with digital assets, which I highly recommend, unless you have thousands of dollars in the bank account ready to be put into work on an asset or investment that you have found, okay? So that will ensure that will give you a return on investment, will get your money back as soon as possible, and also reach infinite return on investment, okay? So if you have safe capital, your job is to invest in your financial education and put that money to work. It's that simple at the end of the day. Don't make it hard when it comes down to making money while we're sleeping. It's supposed to be easy. We're supposed to have systems working hard for us, doing the telling and selling at all time, okay? I'm here in one of our studios. We're turning this into a whole podcast. This is a little penthouse that we got going on over here. And it's just we have a little headquarters everywhere. So where we go different cities and we are, bringing guests and we're bringing different people talking about money, how to create wealth. Then we're going to have places set up where they can do the interview. So we're turning this whole place right here into a whole podcast studio. So we have just about everything because it has more than 2 rooms and it's fully equipped with everything. So stay tuned. We're going to release a new book coming out this week. And we are going to show you exactly how to turn save capital into passive income and capital gains income, how to raise capital, how to use debt, how to acquire real estate with no money down, and how to approach the banks and lenders for that money, okay? There's a science that goes behind how we approach it, how we present the deal to them, okay? We need to show them the cash flow analysis. We need to read the financial statement of that business or investment or real estate property. Remember, there are 5 different asset classes that exist that we can invest on. Number 1 is real estate. Number 2, it doesn't matter the order. Number 2, business. Number 3, crypto. Number 4, paper assets. Number 5, commodities. In order to hedge for inflation and protect ourselves from down economies, we have to be diversified among the 5 different asset classes. However, rule number 1 of our community here at Master Investors is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard, okay? Meaning that we focus on assets that will bring constant positive cash flow, okay? And then we can turn that revenue that's coming in, that excess of cash flow, we can then invest it in other assets that will bring capital gains income. So positive cash flow or passive income comes in on a daily basis. Every single month, we control the asset. Capital gains income comes in when we make a sale on that asset that we have been holding for a certain amount of time, and we purchase it at a certain price, and now we're selling it at a higher price because it went up in value, or somebody else just sees more value than we did, and they're paying more for it, okay? So, but we want to focus on building positive cash flow, or also known as passive income or residual income, because that is the way to escape the rat race. So if you want to leave your job, if you want to retire from your job, then focus on building and acquiring assets that will produce passive income first, and then focus on capital gains income. But start right now, because you're going to thank me in a year from now that you got started now, okay? So go to the link in the description. We're going to be doing a live stream every single day. Listen to our podcast. We're going to be pushing out content. I'm going to show you how to change your life forever. It is all on the actions that we're taking right now. That's what's going to shape the future ahead of us differently than our past, okay? Because remember, the present is the sum of all of our past. The future is the sum of our past and the present. So how do we change the future? We need to take on new actions that are in the best interest of ourselves every single second that we are living moving forward, because in the now is when we have the power to attract the new and create that perfect ideal scene that we all envision in our minds. So the question is, what type of problems do you want to solve today? Let's think about that. How can we solve problems in the world through a system of systems, meaning a business, whether it's our business or somebody else's business? For example, we have a website that is called clickbank.com that anyone can go in there. It's free, and you can find products from other companies to promote, and they will give you an exchange for every sale that we bring into that company. We don't need to hold the products. We don't need to create the products. We don't need to worry about the legalities of that product. Everything is already set and done for us. All we need to do is bring targeted traffic to the unique link that the companies will provide to us when we go into ClickBank and find a product there. And we begin to promote, just create an ad, and we begin to increase our email list. We talked about the email list and how important it is to acquire new email addresses every single day, because the emails is where the money is. We have to have our own networks. It's not about building other people's networks. When we are building our own networks, we are making ourselves more wealthy, because now we have the ability to sell anything to those networks. So get email addresses into your email responder. How do we do that? We need to have a capture page. How do we create a capture page? Well, we need to have an email responder in order to do that. We talked about it yesterday, 3 steps. Number 1, have a capture page. Number 2, have an email responder. When you have an email responder, you can create a capture page in less than 5 minutes. Super easy. It's a one single page online where it asks for the name and email address in exchange for something of free that we're giving to that viewer, to that lead. Okay, they're interested in something that we have. So if we're selling a health product, if we're promoting meditation, if we're promoting yoga, if we're promoting business, we will have a capture page that is catered to that product that we are promoting ultimately, okay? So we're selling a solution, we're showing them how to do something, and then they give us their email and and name so that we can communicate and send that to them. And then now we have the power to go ahead and continuously communicate with that person on a weekly basis through an email campaign, right? So, the third step is to do target traffic. So now we need to bring more traffic into that capture page. So step one, get a capture page. And step two, have that connected to the email responder. And step three, targeted traffic. And then you will start seeing sales on autopilot from home or using the internet, right? That's what we want to be, anywhere and be able to steal cash flow, go to sleep, and we can wake up to sales on autopilot, okay? And then from that revenue, we can then either invest more in our marketing, we can create another asset or acquire another asset. We're using that money to acquire more businesses and assets that will produce passive income and capital gains income that we control on our asset column. So if you need to know what your financial statement looks like, then go get our ebook description. The link is in the description. It will come if you get it from our website. Our books are always on Amazon, but if you go straight to our website, we have a virtual office for all of our members. You can log in, get the product, get the book. It comes with a digital course because each book that we're doing here at Master Investor, we turn that into a whole digital course where it's going to have more assets than just the book. Documents, videos, audios that will help us build the asset column in our wealth. Okay, so if you get it from our website, you will always be grandfathered in regardless of tomorrow's price, which will be a lot different than today. Okay, as we're adding more assets into each digital course or into each book that we release here at Master Investor, then that price will go up. But when you get it today, you will always have that price for life, regardless of how many assets and how expensive that digital course will become in the future. So get in right now because it's a great opportunity and it's an asset to your life and to your asset column, okay? Because it's financial education and is a way that is going to show you the path to financial freedom and true wealth. So if you want to learn the new rules of money and how to build cash flow with the internet, hit the link in the description. I'm going to see you later on. I'm going to do another live stream. We're going to keep this going and we're going to impact the world. Our mission here at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple with lucrative opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. I hope you're having a great day, and we're going to be doing live streams with other people as well, with other entrepreneurs and business owners to help you get knowledge, right? And the only way to get knowledge is to apply what we're learning into our lives. That is the only way we can turn information into knowledge. So getting the info is one thing, but applying it is another thing. So take massive action right now. Go to the link in the description, get the ebook. Trust me, you're going to thank me later because once you read what we have put down, it gives you detailed information, exactly the steps that we need. I mean, we break it all down for you. So there's no way of, if you do it, you're going to fail. No, if you do it, you're going to start seeing results. And some people get results within 24 hours of starting because they're taking massive action. It doesn't take much to create a sale on autopilot online. Okay, go to ClickBank, look for a product. You don't even need to create your own products. I do recommend everyone to do business with an entity, regardless if you're investing in the stock market, if you're investing in commodities, real estate, business, and crypto. Create a company, incorporate a company. If you have some capital saved up, use that to incorporate it on the right state. Okay, we'll go also create another ebook to show people which state to choose that have the best benefits for the entrepreneur and the business owner. For example, our company, Master Investor, our holding company, is in Wyoming. And then we have another company over here. We have many different companies that Master Investor holds throughout different states. And then the trust of Master Investor is in Nevada. So it's a whole setup to protect the assets and ultimately benefit the entrepreneur and the master investor behind the whole operation. So start doing business with an entity regardless of how small we're starting, because we have to treat it as if we are already wealthy in order to take advantage of mistakes that other people make early on by not having the proper entity. They don't understand how to reduce taxes all the way to zero because they didn't do business with an entity, so it counted as their income. So we want to run everything through the business so that we can be on a tax bracket that is made for the wealthy entrepreneur and the master investor, which it helps us minimize taxes all the way to zero. Remember, debt is tax-free, and when we build in passive income, then we can minimize those taxes all the way to zero. Debt is already tax-free, so if we're investing in debt, that is tax-free, and then when we get passive income and we have a tax strategy planned out with our CPA and our business attorney that explains exactly where we're going to allocate each and every single penny that comes our way from our businesses, then we can minimize taxes all the way to zero. Lunches, vacation, everything's going to run through the business legally, and it's going to be categorized accordingly to the law, to the tax code, to minimize taxes all the way to zero. Anyway, I hope that this video has been helpful to you. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for your time. We're going to be doing this every single day, and hopefully we will be live streaming 24/7. That's the goal. Eventually, we can do this the whole day, and I want to take you everywhere, okay, so that you can learn hands-on. You can view everything that we're doing here at Master Investor. You can see how we're creating millions and billions of dollars, how we're controlling debt, and how we're reaching the $1 trillion mark because we are investing in valuable assets that increase in value and are producing passive income today. Remember, when we look at an asset or investment, we want to measure a return on investment with passive income, because that means that we're basing our conclusions on facts, not opinions. Capital gains income is opinions. That when we're measuring a return on investment based on capital gains, that means we're basing it on opinions. We want to stay away from that. We want to base our return on investment with facts, meaning passive income, because passive income, we can see that the business has been making this for the past 10 years after all expenses are paid. And if we have a mortgage, we're going to deduct that mortgage every single month out of whatever is left at the end of the year. And then whatever is left, that's the bottom line for us. That's positive cash flow. So either the business is a sound business after all expenses are paid, or it's a liability and it's creating negative cash flow. Remember, an asset can, if it's mismanaged, it can create negative cash flow. It goes in the hole, and now it's a liability. All right. So if you want to learn more about money, business, and investing, then you landed on the right channel. My name is Jose again. Welcome to our community. If you're new, thank you for your time in business, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. I'm about to go have some phone calls with some business partners, and then we're going to have some coffee, and we're looking at this one deal close to the airport. It has 12 units down. The down payment is 1.5 million, which we're raising. So it's 100% finance, and the rest, 2.4 million, is going to be seller finance, meaning that the owner is going to give us that credit, and we're going to pay him every single month for the next 15 years at 7%, which is around 105,000 per year. Okay, so we have two loans in place. We have the $1.5 million loan in place to acquire the asset, and then we have the 2.4 straight from the seller that is giving us owner financing. And so we are acquiring an asset with zero money down because we're raising capital, and it has 12 units in the front. It's approved to do 18 more units, so a total of 30 units, potentially more. And there's another bank that is giving us a loan to do the build out, which is a 5-story, 3-story building with a 30 units in it. And we have the perfect solution, and the customer is right in front of the airport, and we're going to turn that into a cash cow. Okay, I will explain to you more about this business deal, because I believe you can take a lot of tips and golden nuggets from it, and you can start understanding that it doesn't really take money of our own to acquire assets and build wealth. It takes financial education to put a deal together and then raise the capital, because capital is always looking for places that it can work and multiply and make infinite return on investment. So the banks are in business of lending money. Okay, the savers save money. Savers are losers, right? Because they're losing money. They're giving the money to the bank, and then the bank turns around and gives it to a person or a company like Master Investor who knows how to put a deal together. And the bank is not directly lending it to me personally, it's lending it to the business, to the assets. So the bigger the business is, the better it is, because they stop looking at us, they start looking at the investment itself. So if we're going to do something, let's do it big, because it takes the same amount of energy, okay? And the time and everything is just think bigger. And it's not about living below our means, it's about expanding our means, all right? Stay great and wealthy. And remember, today money is created with debt. So let's understand how money evolves, what is wealth, so that we can get ahead in the game of money. All right, see you later, bye.